Welcome to our PHP web course. In this video, we will finish our final blog application. In the last video, we constructed the login page, which is a static HTML file. When the user logs in, this form is processed by login.php, which also sets a cookie so the user can only access the blog if he has logged in. So we need to make sure that the user is logged in before they can access the blog post page, and this page is form.html because we now have to add code to check if the user is logged in. We need to change this to a PHP extension. We also need to make sure the user is logged in before they can access this page. This is already a PHP page. If the user would try to access either of those pages, once we have set the check cookie code, they will receive an error message that they are not logged in. They will also have the opportunity to log in. So we will have a hyperlink that takes them back to the login page. So we need to check to make sure that they are logged in on the page where they post and on the page where they read the blog posts. So when the user logs in, the username and password are checked to make sure they are correct. If so, a cookie is set, and we show the user the rest of the page. So I have just logged in, and notice I have an error message here. I want to again explain why we have this error message. The reason we have this error message is because I am checking for the cookie value on the same page in which the cookie was set. The error is due to my test message. It is not due to anything in the code. When a cookie is set, that cookie cannot be read until the page has loaded again. And because I am setting it and trying to read it at the same time, I get an error message. If I reload the page, the error message goes away and I can test my cookie value. So I have several test messages here for myself. The user has a choice to create a post, to view the post, or to log out. So now that the user has logged in, they can view these pages. We will also give the user the opportunity to log out. And we will give them the opportunity to log out on the blog archive page also. When the user logs out, we give them the message that they are logged out. We also enable them to log in again. So this is logout.php that you will need to create. I have logged back in and I am creating a blog post. The results were processed by a PHP page. On this page, a connection was made to the database. You will remove the connection information and place that in a PHP file called connection.php, and you will include that file on this page. You will do the same on the blog post archive page. A connection is made on this page to the database. You will remove the connection information and replace that with connection.php as an include. That way we don't have to keep on repeating the same information on every page. So this is connection.php. We only want to store the host name, the database name, the username and password. We don't want to store any of the other commands because they differ from page to page. So on blogpost.php, you will include that connection file, and on bloghome.php, you will include that connection file. Bloghome.php is the archive page. We want to make sure the user has been logged in before they can see this page. So at the top of the page, we will add the code to do this. So we are checking to see if that cookie is set. We do this by using the isSet method. We will use an if statement, and I will use the not operator to check if it's not set. If it is not set, we will use the exit function to give the user the message that they are not logged in and to give them the link to log in. The exit function will also prevent any other code from being executed. We will also check to make sure the user has been logged in on the form.php file. Remember, that was a static HTML form, but we had to now change it to a PHP file because we are adding this code. So we are using the same code, we are using an if condition, and we are using the isSet function with the operator not to check if they're not logged in. If they're not logged in, we will give them a message, and we will prevent the rest of the page script from executing. We log in, we can enter a post, we can display the post, and we can log out.